Bill, what did you miss more, the Saturdays or the Sunday through Friday preparation?
Good question, but I was always asked that while I was coaching. What did you like the most out of it? Those things, the preparation, what takes place on game day, I like all of it. You get some anxieties. I did, but that kind of lets you know you're still alive. I've got those now. I think that's good. It keeps my weight down. Which, by the way, I weighed myself yesterday after I made this decision. I am at the exact same weight I was when I was a senior in high school. How about that? I don't know what that means, but I just want you to know that's where I am. Who we got?
Coach Snyder, J.B. Bowersfeld, WIBW in the back right.
Oh, I see.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
What has changed in 3 years that you've been away from coaching, and also what have you learned in your time away from it?
Well, let me try to go backwards here. I've learned that I have an absolutely amazing family. I've learned that I have another absolutely amazing family in the K-State family. And I knew that, but you know what you don't realize? Because my path, as most of you know, was the 2-minute and 45-second drive from Veneer Complex to my home and back again. And that's where I was the vast majority of the time for those 17 years. And I wasn't in all the places that I'm in now and have been for the last 3 years. And it more than re-emphasized. I've been humbled by the response of people in this community, in this state, outside the state, wherever we travel, that people are so very, very gracious, and say things to me that are humbling and I don't deserve. And so I've learned, that they're even more special than I thought over that period of time. Now there's some things about the game has changed a little bit in some respects. It kind of depends on where you are in the country. In the Big 12, it's changed with an offensive flavor. I serve on one of the polls, and it's not one of the BCS polls. It's a poll called the Legends Poll. And you've got all these retired coaches who were, I don't know why they asked me, but these are infamous guys. I'm just honored to sit and listen to them. We do a conference call every Monday, which you're interfering with that right now. But we have this conference call in which all these coaches, express their opinion about all the teams in the country, and we have a rating system. It shows up in Sporting News. And it's really been an enjoyable thing, but it has allowed me to, and I get the tapes of all the games of the top 20, 25 teams in the country every week, and I don't see all of them, but I see bits and pieces of many of them, and it's interesting to see football as it's being played across the country, and I posed the question not too long ago that there's, the interesting thing, and it'll probably come to this, the interesting thing will be the matchup between the Southeastern Conference and the Big 12 Conference. And the Big 12 Conference now is seen as the most prolific pass offenses in the history of college football. And the Southeastern Conference is not dedicated to that style of football, with one exception, and that's the University of Florida. And but the rest of them are run game oriented and defensively oriented. And what would really be, I suggested this a long time ago, and now that I'm coaching, I'm going to retract my suggestion, and that was that, like they're doing in basketball, that they have Southeastern Conference and Big 12 Conference matchups and play, because it'd be so interesting to see these great defensive teams play against these great pass offense teams, because the great defensive teams they've played defense against the run game, and you know, in any way you can see the mixture. But I'm retracting that. I don't want that to take place because we're not going to go down and play in the Southeastern Conference if I can help it. So anyway, I hope that's, and there's some rule changes that I've stayed up with over the time that affect the game on the field, you know, from an official standpoint. So.